Good morning, class. Today we will discuss civics, and in civics, we are going to discuss the new chapter that is working for of institution. Working of institution means in this main we are going to discuss the main point of office memorandum, Mandal Commission, decision maker, opposition against the Mandal Commission, need for political institutions, why do we need a parliament, two houses of parliament, functions of parliament, and political executive and non-political executive or permanent executive. So these are the main terms which we are going to discuss here. So firstly, before starting the chapter, we will proceed to the content and the introduction of NCERT. Whatever NCERT says, we'll try to find out what is office memorandum, because in this PPT, in a brief, we are getting office memorandum like a communication issued by the appropriate authority stating the policy or decision of the government, and the government issues hundred of orders every day on the different matters. On office memorandum, the it was the culmination of long chains of events. So let's see in the NCERT what is that. So how is a major policy decision taken? We'll see here that government order, and government order it happened on 13th of August 1990. The government of India issued an order, means it's like an order or like an issue or like a circular which generally we see in any institution like in our school. So it was sometime like ordinary when we face everyday such kind of orders or such kind of information in a form of some formal way. So like the all government orders, it had the number and known by that office memorandum number itna, means this particular numbers have been issued prior to this, and this was the number of that one which had issues on the particular date 13 August 1990. So the joint secretary officer in the Department of Personnel and Training in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension signed the order. Means this was the particular department by which this order was signed, and it was quite short, barely on the page. Means like a simple page, as every day in our classroom the circulars come for any special, so means everything is written in that form. So it's on one page and it looked like any ordinary circular or notice that you may have seen in the school, means I just as I told you. So government issues every day hundreds kind of these orders every day, but this was not very important and become source of controversy. But what we are talking here, going to discuss here in the chapter, it was special one. So firstly we must know what is office memorandum and how it had taken place. Now you can see here what was in that office memorandum, 36012/3190s ESTs SCs dated 13 August 1990s. Subject was 20% reservation of socially and educationally backward classes in civil post and services. Hope you understand by this. So this was particular office memorandum and it passed. So I think you knew about all this, but in the PPT we'll try to know what was that, and we will read in that, and you also read that, means what kind of this office memorandum, when it was started, when it took place, and how long it the procedure was and how it implemented. So let's see. So it was communication issued by an appropriate authority stating the policy or decision of the government. Means whatever the circular we saw that it was based on the government policy, government decision, because any of the law which is implemented, it is after the government decision. Means whatever the government takes decision, it is the main issues. The government issues 100 of every day we have discussed. So office memorandum, what was? It was the culmination of long chains of event. Means it was happening in the society, particular movement was taking, particular thing or issue again and again, you can say, happening in the society. So sometimes they become the cause of major discussion, and these discussion sometimes directly take place in the parliament, and some committees are formed for that to take the action over that. So there are procedure in democracy for all the issues, all the programs which come in parliament. So I hope you understand it. Now what it was, we will try to see. So Mandal Commission, what is Mandal Commission? The government of India had appointed uh, the Socially Backward Classes Commission in 1979. The year you can keep in your mind, it was in 1979, and it was headed by BP Mandal. In the picture you can show, you can see that this person who was appointed at the head of this commission, and after his name the name was kept, that is Mandal Commission, and it is popular with the name of him. So it was asked to determine the criteria to identify socially, educationally backward classes. Means, I tell you, the picture behind means people were not happy of some of the segment of society. Why? Because of the reservation was given to the some classes. We know that backward classes, STs, SCs, OBCs and women. So means after that there are some segment of society which also deserve the reservation. We'll see in the next segment who were they, who are they. So this is asked to determine the criteria. Criteria you can understand in a particular way, like how it is happening to that, when why people are on the demonstration, on the strike, on the organization, that the people demanding certain reservation for them. So to identify socially and educationally backward, just you have to focus on these words: socially, socially, educationally. Means in society the people are backward but they are educated. ठीक है, sometime, because when education is there they're living in society, and standard is again when we call them like the caste wise the people are you can say upper caste people, but they are backward. ठीक है, backward classes in India recommended it steps to be taken their advancement. ठीक है, because of you can say finance condition they are kept in the backward classes. Class means here is not we are talking about caste. Caste class means sometimes the standard of living is very low for them, but they are educationally socially good. ठीक है, society is not neglecting them, but the standard is not there, they are coming in the poor category, the standard of living is low. You can understand this. So that's why such kind of people were in the demand, were put forwarding their demand and needs in front of the government. So the commission gave this report in 1980s and made many efforts to bring it forward. So like when we talk about 1980s, we have seen that in 1979 it was Mandal Commission was formed, and it took 1 year to investigate the problem. Now see what was the problem behind it, and in detail I tell you about in NCERT how it was and what it was. The reason behind who were these educationally backward classes, will see through NCERT. Now here you see that 27% reservation vacancies in the civil post and civil services under government in India are reserved for socially and educationally backward classes, SEBCE BC, another name of that the people who belong to the caste are considered backward by the government, and benefits of job and reservation was still then available only scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, as I told you. Earlier, the reservation was given to them only. And now, a new third category called CEBC was introduced. Means this was the new one as socially, educationally backward classes. So, only the person who belonged to the backward classes were eligible to that quota, that is 27% of jobs were reserved for them. Other could not compete this job. Okay, now in the next one, we'll see the decision of the government. But so, the benefit of the job reservation extended from ST's third category called SEBC introduced, and the reports of the Mandal commissions were discussed that in the parliament, and many parties and parliamentarians kept demanding for the implementation of the demands. In 1989 Lok Sabha election was that Janata Dal Party promises that they will get a chance to form the government, and then would kept implement the demands. Janata Dal formed the government, and its leader VP Singh, who put forward this demand when they won the election. Means Mandal Commission, as you know, and you will see in the chapter, when any party who is contesting election and they survey and they have idea about the society, and they keep all the issues in their mind, and they make the agenda of their party. Whenever they will win the election, they will 100% bring this law, as we have seen in the previous chapter, where we know that Devi Lal, and who won the election and who passed the law, and he waived the loan of the farmers and the small businessmen. So that's why the party came into the existence and they formed the government. Same happened here, because they took this issue, that is job reservation of 27% and this Mandal commission, and when VP Singh government won the election, they did the same. So here we have seen role of the Mandal commission, importance of the Mandal commission. In the next video we will see about the decision makers, means how the party leader, how the government is able to take the decision and what is the procedure behind. So I'll stop this video, take the reading, and try to understand the content regarding Mandal commission. Thank you. Have a nice day.